name of Emmanuel Adebayor has refused to give cash to fight against coronavirus in Togo as he isolates in his capital in Lome. Now, the reason why this has become such a huge story is because obviously there's been huge pressure on footballers specifically for some reason to support the coronavirus.
For some reason, you know how much money they make when they don't even play a game and they're sitting on a bench?
Yeah, but I'm thinking of it from every person that's rich standpoint because I only hear about footballers. So I'm thinking
I hear that.
Where's the hate on Beyonce and Jay-Z and that kind of thing? You know what I'm saying? Travis Scott out here on Fortnite making bills. Like, ain't no one checking his pockets. But,
true.
I thought this story was specifically interesting because African players specifically, a lot of them have come out and built hospitals or offered their hospitals or even their homes to the doctors and the nurses to, you know, help deal with coronavirus and test people or whatever, yeah? Or kill people, right? Now, this footballer, Emmanuel Bayo, he put out a tweet and it was the hottest tweet in the street. He put, I do what I want, I eat what I want, I do not donate. I was like, bro.
Okay.
Because they were basically asking him, yo, like, what I go on, like, all your peers are supporting. You have people in Nigeria, footballers from Nigeria doing the thing, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, basically all the footballers from whichever respective country they're from have done something. But there's one guy was like, I ain't doing it for Togo though. But I feel where I want to go with this conversation is, do rich people, should we expect somebody who's obviously made their money respectively of however they've made their money, should we really be going to them? Do they have to put money into coronavirus? Like, do they have to do that? Is that something we should expect of rich people? Like, are we really going to be like, yo, David Beckham, I know you got like 100 million in your bank account. What's up?
I mean, it would be nice if they would, but they don't have to. They have their own. They have the right.
I was thinking that as well. I think it would be nice if they did it, but they're not obligated to. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, you fucking should, man. Like, I'm not being funny. How do you make your money though? How do you make your money? Like, I know people like, I started from the bottom, I did this, I did that, and I started from the bottom, but you couldn't make your money without people, did you? You needed people to help you make your money. There was someone doing this and doing that. You didn't do it all by your blood clot self. You needed people, you needed everyone else to do stuff. Give back to the people who helped you make your millions, innit?
Yeah.
Get me? Like, you know, what's wrong with that? Like, I'm not being funny. If I had the money like these people had the money, I'll be helping out. I'll be helping out as much as I freaking can. Like, obviously, not to leave myself bankrupt, so I'm eating noodles and that. But, you know what I mean? I'll give enough money I could do to help out, like, whether that's whatever meal I can afford. Or I'll just speak to my financial advisor and go, like, look, am I going to be making more money next year? I'm set to make 20 mil. Let me give these people 10 mil then. You know what I mean? But you're not obligated to, like, but you fucking should. I think you should. Because you never made that money by yourself. You needed the people on this earth to help you make that money. So give back to the people then.
Yeah. No, I think it's interesting because when I was looking at the backlash he got, I mean, he was a bit, maybe he was a bit too honest, but I was surprised. He was getting deference because he didn't want to offer his own bank account, should I say, for Togo. Maybe he shouldn't have said, I do what I want, I eat what I want, I do not donate. I mean, that tweet, that statement right there.
Yeah, that was a bit much, man.
That was a bit disrespectful, especially if he's staying in Togo. He could have been in like Spain, then like,
sitting in their country that you're saying you're not gonna help them.
Yeah.
That's wrong, bro.
Yeah.
I enjoy Sidra, man. But yeah.
Yeah, I see. Wait, shall I put it in now or?
Yeah. The slap.
Okay, cool. All right.
But yeah, I think that's so bloody neat, man. But I also think what's interesting as well to do with this whole coronavirus and the charities, and it's weird because forgive me if I'm wrong. It feels like us broke people seem to be doing more than the wealthy. I feel like I hear us with the whole coronavirus. We're the ones that's standing out in the windows and clapping for the NHS. we're the ones that have created. I'm hearing 5,000 charities that we're all donating to. Obviously, I'm not donating, but I'm just saying. You get the challenges of doing the 5K run. If you do the 5K run, you donate something out of your pocket. The food banks, I mean, I'm yet to see anybody apart from, I mean, I've seen a couple like people that work in communities who are trying to keep the food banks going. I'm not seeing no one wealthy jumping on that shit. Like, I mean, I feel like we're doing too much and we're broke.
Yeah, because we're the people though. We're the people. Do you know what I mean? When we get ill, we know NHS is dealing with us. Like, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do that. That's what we're like as. I don't want to say that's what Britain's like, because it's all over the world. That's what we're like as a people, the commoners, or whatever you want to call us, the blue collars or the working man. That's what we do. We know we understand each other's struggle. We do that. Rich people don't understand the struggle. Like, if I get mashed up or ill, man's going to hospital, win it, NHS, bang, clean me up. If I'm rich, I ain't going to NHS. I call doctor whatever, private healthcare, fly me in. You know what I mean? I don't even have to leave my bedroom. They bring equipment to me. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know the struggle. But the thing is, no one, like, a lot of people were born like rich, whatever. But a lot of these people had to were the same line as us, and they worked their way up and they got rich, and they've forgotten that. You know what I mean? But you're right. A lot of the people who are doing the most is us. And we shouldn't be. We should be like, yo, fuckers who made the money off of us. And you know what I mean? Can you help us back? Like, you got enough fee. But it's not the same. And we know this. And we know this. That's why we're doing it now. We didn't hesitate. We didn't wait. We didn't ask for the rich people. We just did what we had to do straight away, because we know we've always been by ourselves when it comes to shit like this.
Yeah. No, that's facts, man. Anyway, shout out to Sidra. She just joined us. Sidra, I'll just tell you quickly what the topic is, so you can drop your little 1, 2 feisty opinion, because I know it's going to come deep on this one. Basically, there's a footballer by the name of Emmanuel Adebayor who has refused to basically help out Togo during this coronavirus quarantine. He basically tweeted out, "I do what I want and I eat what I want and I do not donate." This comes after several African football players specifically has helped out in their respective countries by building hospitals, offering their homes or offering their place of businesses down there for doctors and other nurses to basically help out with obviously the coronavirus and the patients to either cure them or to test people. The conversation we're basically having is basically whether like rich people should really be putting their money into coronavirus and helping out, whether that's England, Europe, or Africa. Doesn't matter where. But what's your opinions on that? And what
What did you say?
What's your opinion on that?
I've seen quite a few like famous people, rich people on social media doing stuff. I know personally in Bollywood, right, because obviously I'm Asian, a lot of the actors there and like the rich people there are doing, like, I'm hearing loads of stuff like they're donating, you know, something like 1.1 crores or something like that, which is a lot basically, right? To, you know, hospitals and to, like, you know, the poor, this, that, the other, things like that, right? I've heard a few, I think at the beginning, right, when it started, I heard a few celebrities here and there, but that's it. I don't hear anything else. But then again, I won't be able to, like you mentioned, as I came in, that you don't hear the rich people clapping for the NHS. I don't think you can hear them in their mansion anyway, clapping.
I know. That was a good one.
So
by the lake, middle of the
it comes down to like if they are doing stuff, right, personally, right, me as an individual, I think if you're doing charity or you're giving charity, you don't need to announce it on social media. So how do we know that they don't have the similar values or same values and they're thinking, you know what, I'm going to do my bit, but I don't need to announce it? Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, we don't know. I feel like we don't know exactly what they're doing. We're sitting here, we're obviously, we are aware that our people are doing things. Why? Like, because they're putting it all over social media, right? I've donated X amount to charity or Social media is brilliant for awareness, right? Like, here's a charity, I made it. please, donate, etc. Brilliant, right? But then there's people, oh, I've just done this and I've just, donated this, so I'm outside clapping for NHS. It's like what you touched on last time, Sharif, about you're not going to go out there and you're not going to clap because it's all about social media more than it is for the actual NHS, right? And if we actually want to do anything for the NHS are constantly putting up posts here, doctors, nurses, everyone saying, stay at home. But I don't see anyone outside staying at home. I see them walking around, going out, dealing with one another on the fields, this, that, the other. But they're the same people that are going to be outside 8 o'clock on Thursday. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? I see bare footballers hiring strippers and that, still having parties and that. See, they're holding it down for the social distancing and the man. Bro, you're having football. I'm hearing Austin Villa, Premier League footballer, Jack Grealish, he's a Premier League captain.
Yep.
Man had a house party with hella strippers and that, and all of his man don't like his yards. His man. There was another footballer who got caught just the other week. Having a full-on house pool party, obviously because it's hot, innit? Pool party with a couple other footballers as well. It's not just one footballer. Obviously, they bring the guys in, hella chicks and that. So it's like, obviously, I'm just talking about footballers, but we all know that rich people are doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just fact.
But you know what the thing is, yeah? The thing is, like, when that happens, I feel like there's two things going on. Either you lot don't care, yeah, you think you're rich and you're not gonna get it or something like that. Or you know something that we don't. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, I believe you gotta remember most rich people have their own medical team. They have their personal doctors.
They have everything there before we know about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. They can afford everything before we can.
Because I'm not being funny, yeah. Like when it first started out, and Idris Elba was like, I've been tested for COVID, whatever. And a few celebrities like, I've been tested. Bruce, what's his name? Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. Thanks, yeah. Tom Hanks is like, I've been tested. I sat there and I was like, fuck you not getting these tests from?
Yeah.
Where you not getting these tests from?
That's true, you know.
Where you not getting these tests from? And I thought I'm gonna wait until I see a commoner or blue collar or someone of my level and see if they get tested. But no, we ain't got no test because we're not the elite. We're not American. We're not rich. But you got tests like that. I don't know how you ordered it. You don't know if there's an app or a speed button or something you did, or you said your servants go get one. But we ain't got no tests out here.
Do you know what's interesting? It's interesting you say that, yeah, because I still don't hear about how we're getting tested. Like, I don't hear anyone I know say we're getting tested.
You're gonna have to be damn near choking yourself to death to get tested.
Yeah, literally. But they even say if you have the symptoms, you don't go to your GP, you don't go here, you call 999 straight.
Do you know what I had? Actually is, the nurses and doctors. So basically, medical students, right? Like second year, third year, right?
Yeah.
They've been going into hospitals and they've been asked to help out, obviously, because of medical staff. And what one girl said, right? I was watching a live with this other YouTuber, right? And she had
some hell of work experience right there.
Yeah, she had a second year medical student on live with her who was basically explaining about what they're having to deal with, right? So they've been asked to come in, right, because of obviously staffing issues and stuff like that. And their only ability is to do like blood tests and take temperatures, etc. They're not trained for anything else to do more, right, other than check these sort of COVID-19 in like patients and take blood tests and stuff like that, right? She said the issue with staffing is that a doctor or a nurse or someone gets a cough, right? That's it. They're asked to go home and isolate for 7 days. After 7 days, they're back in, right? And they're doing the same thing. And then if they get another cough, they're asked to do the same thing again. So they're not even being tested. They're not being tested and they're in this situation, right? So it's a point of where they don't know whether they have it or not, okay? And they're having to constantly go in and out of hospital, isolate yourself And they're doctors.
Yet Forrest Gump can get a test though. Forrest Gump can get a test though, innit? Yeah,
I said Forrest Gump.
Pissing me off, nah, man. Like, nah, but Sidra saying like these doctors are coming in. These aren't even. They're not even like official doctors. They're still learning, essentially, aren't they? They're still learning, and they're coming in for extra help.
It takes
they're coming in for extra help, and they can't get a test, but Forrest Gump can. Fuck out of here, man.
Exactly. It's like what 4 years it takes you to do your your degree, right, as a doctor or something. Then you've got X amount of years to do as placement, right? And then you eventually you'll qualify as a doctor. I mean, I've got a few doctors in my family, right? And all I've heard from them, it's getting worse. It's not getting better, right?
It's funny you say that because Dr. Alex be sending some complete different messages on his gram.
You know what? I feel like Dr. Alex, right? He's paid
to be positive, right?
Exactly.
He's too positive, man. He did a thing yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? He was thank you to everybody that's staying at home. This is really working. Stay at home. The pages are getting less and less. I'm like, bro, you're gassing it.
There's another doctor, right? He's an Asian doctor I came across on Instagram, right? And I started following him because and like watching his like lives and stuff like that, because I realized what he although he's on social media, right? His message was more abrupt. Like, you lot aren't taking it serious. You lot need to sort yourself out. He was also giving tips and stuff at home, how to make sure when you leave your house, what you're doing, what's right, what's wrong, not following what's trend on social media, doing this, doing that, etc. Right? So I think honestly, Dr. Alex is he's just a social media. He's no longer a doctor, to be honest with you. I honestly don't think so. He is a doctor, but I don't think his values are there as much anymore. It's more about social media, more about putting it out there. That's as far as I'm concerned. Otherwise, why are all these other doctors, right, on social media constantly like shouting, screaming, you know, trying to put a message out there like, sit your like us at home. But Dr. Alex, you know, out of the whole bunch is like, hey, it's so good. You know, in a few weeks you'll be able to go out and be all
That's
good
literally
again.
what he said as well. You know?
It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he was lying. I feel like he's an ambassador for the NHS as well as being a doctor.
Probably has to be like a poster boy at this point.
That's what I'm saying. He's no longer a doctor with the same values anymore. He's a doctor.
I think no one's taking this shit seriously until someone dies in your family or someone dies you know. Like that's the time someone actually like shit. The shit's real. Other than that, like don't get me wrong, I've been invited to places. People like, yo, Deb, she got this party. I'm like, no. No, do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, like, you're my friend. I thought we had more sense of that. But now, like, I'm like, I don't know if I should even talk to you ever again. Because that stupid shit is out. You're not taking it seriously. People are dying for real. Like people like scared, like to like, I don't even go into I was training, I trained, I damaged my left arm, I damaged my left calf muscle, and I was in pain, Drugs weren't doing nothing for me, Alcohol wasn't doing nothing for me. I was in pain. And I was like, I'm gonna have to go to doctors or hospital. I was hospital, my husband said, no, you get it. Dad, you get it. And she said, I'll get the virus. She said, they'll get me. Do you know what I mean? And she's 6. Yeah, she's 6. And that's what I mean. Like, people, I didn't want to go to the doctor. I was in pain. That's a self-medicating whatever. I'm fine out of the way. But like, I was no way thinking of going to doctors to do nothing. Because it's a serious thing. And people aren't taking it serious at all. They're really not. They're really not. It's a joke.
That's pretty much the same with a lot of things, actually. You can't really take like I'll call it tragedy. You can't really take tragedy serious until it hits home to some extent. So.
Well, until you've experienced it, really. You don't understand until you felt it, innit? Which I guess that's kind of like how people take life. Some people base life on what they experience, and some people base life on their surroundings, if you're basing it on your personal experience,
Yep.
then something like the coronavirus wouldn't mean shit to you at all. But if you
Yeah,
base
yeah.
things around, if you base your life around the people around you and what you see and what you hear, then you actually you're actually more aware of what's actually going on, and you actually listen to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's that's two different types of people you have in this world. Unfortunately, it seems like in this country specifically, there's just more people that only care about themselves, really, and don't really know.
Like, I said in one of my EP. There's a song called El Rey Rato on the EP, and there's a line in there. And I say, "People make me sick." Yeah, I said it in the track. I said it in the album. People make me sick, and the reason is people do make me sick because of the way they think. When rush the toilet paper. When shit kicked off, rush the toilet paper. That's how we were thinking. Really. Do you know what I mean? And it's such a mentality of these people. Like when I go to the shop, I've got gloves on, I've got a mask on. I'm fully not there at me. When I walk down the street, see someone skipping down the road, not wearing a mask or glove, I'm looking at them like, you're the problem, bro. I don't even take this seriously. Like I'm not aggressive person like to be like I'm gonna attack that person. But you know, it upsets me when I'm doing the most I can to protect myself and you. And these fuckers can't put on the mask or just got shot. And I'm seeing them. It's really disappointing.
I'm one of those guys. Sorry.
Individuals. Yeah.
One of those.
Like, it's alright. Like if you don't do it, you're one of those guys. But like you'll see me as a guy look at you like you fucking young. Like what are you doing? Like the thing is, I'm not angry at you. I'm angry like yourself as well, like, bro. It's serious. It can get you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not even you're jeopardizing me. I think you're taking care of yourself. So it's a serious thing. Like,
also have.
But then, like you said, it's individual people that they got for themselves. A lot of people like this is government thing. They're trying to do it. I don't care. If I die, there's nothing I can do about it anyway. The government doing it. Fuck it. There's a lot of people thinking like that. I don't think.
I thought Joe was about to say something. Anyway, your picture just popped up. I guess to conclude on the topic, I guess we believe that rich people should be allowed to pick and choose whether they want to donate or not. Adebayor is still a bit of a side man for even making the dumbest tweet of all time. And
if you just kept it silent, I mean...
yeah. Nah, but I think it's because he was on live, innit?
Oh, okay.
They should have got emergency tax. I think rich people got emergency tax when epidemics like this happen. Straight.
Yeah. Anyway, salute to Adebayor. If you want to eat and sleep in your country and everybody gets coronavirus, you're going to be holding that out by yourself anyway.
In your country,
I guess.
And I ain't helping you for shit.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
That's
He's cold.
He's the captain of his country as well, fam. Can you believe that?
That's how important he is as well. Nah.
Yeah.
He's gonna look out his window. He's gonna look at.